Resumen a hablar lo
Wow,
ocurrido hasta
I
ahora.
had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nod Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. Oh, that's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the wild hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then,
Desaparece y todo
the
se
one
va al
time you're
queque.
away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You
Buen punto.
can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And to be
Y buena
perfectly
lección, la verdad.
honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the wild hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean us?
Who else? And in a strange
Siempre
way,
somos una
I think his
variable entre la
resurgence
historia
might
de
not be
cada
an
nación
entirely
en
bad
Tebat.
thing.
Y
The
yo lo
wild hunt
único
is
que
like
quiero
an
es encontrar a mi
unrelenting force
hermano.
of nature.
Y
But
bueno, meterme en
Rarier
el
is an
chisme.
individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere. That said, while I know I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also
Ah, sí,
shielded
cierto, el
Hisi
que es
Island from a
como medio
lethal
invisible,
Kuvaki
¿verdad?
blast.
¿Quién es?
I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nod Krai and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Pero son investigaciones.
another
Tiene
dead
que ser
end.
otro Ratnik.
Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the wild hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose.
Maniobra de
I doubt it's
distracción.
by chance that he happened to make his
O sea
comeback
que
when my
Redis no está
attention was
trabajando
diverted.
solo.
And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan.
Ajá.
But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself?
Sin la ayuda de alguien más,
The
¿no?
Moon
Hay alguien más
Maiden and the
ayudándolo.
Raker of Solnari, Nod Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
Exacto.
So, what do we do now? Got any ideas?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarier. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To
Exacto.
my knowledge, the bulk of Nod Krai's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rarier in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
¿Como cuál?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
Ah, había
Three
dicho de
moons
que
once
había algo.
watched over this world. The eternal moon was the largest. The frost moon was the brightest.
Que si tuvieran otra
And the
cosa.
iridescent moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power, enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the frost moon's power, and the eternal moon's marrow resides within the traveler.
Hold on.
El del arco
Are you
iris.
suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more
Y también se
quickly.
confirmaría de que las
The
tres
three
diosas están
moons are
muertas.
said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition.
Exacto, ¿de
How do we
dónde viene?
locate the iridescent moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
Hay que pedirle permiso a los
Experimental design
Fatui.
Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Pues
Yes,
la verdad creo que estaría
I
dispuesta a
must speak with
ayudarnos.
Sandrone.
It's a
Tomando
long
en cuenta
way
de
from here to the
por su
Experimental
orgullo,
Design Bureau.
La
There's a
derrotó
high chance
Reri.
you'll be
Y
spotted.
dice, ¿qué es para
You
derrotar a
shouldn't
Reri?
go alone.
Yo me meto. Ustedes me caen mal, pero ahorita tenemos un bien común.
Then
Iré
that's
con ella.
settled.
Yep.
Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rarir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's
serio?
obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nod Krai for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nod Krai has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for
Vaya,
someone who's
Nefe,
so
¿desde hace cuánto estás
painstakingly
ahí?
meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nod Krai.
Exacto.
We
En
can't
lugar de
do
ir
this without the
separados, hay que ir
curatorium.
juntos.
But I knew it'd be a tough
Tomando en
job
cuenta
to
de que
win you
todos
over.
están
So,
en
I took the
contra de
liberty of
Rerir.
reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neffer?
Pues, ¿de dónde crees que
Didn't
sacaba
you
toda la
say this is
información?
meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
De parte de ella
You
han
really
conseguido
think he
bastante
could have
información.
gotten settled in Nod Krai without my help?
Exacto.
Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Espera, quiere decir que
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
la jefa.
If it's intel
Exacto.
you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh?
Cuenta Nefe lo ocurrido hasta ahora.
Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So we're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Vaya, Lauma,
Oh.
sabes muy bien de dónde
Then
picarle.
I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices.
Vaya.
The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Ah, claro que sí.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few
Comadre, vas a
paychecks.
estar ahí hasta que tengas
Things got
65
really
años.
dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please, I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't
Vaya.
count on this happening again. Flynn's, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that
Okay.
brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes.
Todos.
I'm way ahead of
Todos
you here.
quieren darle
And
una
that
paliza a
limited
Rerir,
scan
es
of the
que-
Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nod Krai. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
El mapa. Ah, vaya, vaya. Okay.
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't blame us for doing what we have to.
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Let them in.
Vaya, vaya.
But
Are you going to make me repeat that?
La doña estaba bien
No.
atenta a esto, ¿no?
my lady,
Zandrone
Se
seems
hizo
to be in a
así.
good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Ella está feliz.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored.
It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sake.
Ni brillitos tienen los
I'd
ojos
like
como
to
para
speak with
demostrar lo
Arlecchino.
oscura que es la
What?
reina. ¿Qué? ¿Arlequino?
You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nod Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod Krai are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
¿Quién más? ¿Quién más?
Regier is hunting me. If I'm going to face him,
Ay, no,
I
¿quién
must
más?
first retrieve
No me
the
digas que el
lost
doctor
moon.
ese. No parece sorprendida, tal vez sepa más de lo que nos ha contado. Pero no entiendo, ¿qué tiene que ver la médula de la luna arcoíris con Arlequino? En fin, nuestra única opción ahora mismo es confiar en el plan de Colombina.
Is that a no, then?
Solo es para poder hacer frente a Regier.
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Ah, ibas a morir, comadre.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent and sensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Vaya. ¿Y eso cuántas veces eran?
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you.
Vaya.
I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly,
No se acuerdan de
what could be more
Scaramouche porque, por
ridiculous
cierto,
than a
Scaramouche se supone que se borró de la...
multi-centenarian goddess who's
del
only
árbol.
ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings.
You'd always brew a different type of
Capitano.
tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment.
Es decir, que Sandrone solo quería que Colombina probara distintos tipos de té. Parece que no se llevaban nada mal.
Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
No. Congelado.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message from me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day,
No fue
it
más
was
que
just
otra
another
transacción.
transaction.
Yep.
I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do.
¿Y tú?
The Tsaritsa
¿Razones de
gave you shelter
investigar?
and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff,
The next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Aunque diga eso, ella es la que ha aceptado ayudar a Colombina. Como nosotros estamos por y para el chisme, no hemos dicho nada, hemos nada más estado aquí de acompañantes viendo el chisme.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
Sí, vámonos, no hagamos a Barca esperar mucho más.
That might be your plan, but it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
Cacería salvaje. Ready.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Así es cierto, ¿saben qué? Que nos hace falta ver la historia de la Suta, porque no lo terminamos de ver. O sea, no lo vimos, más bien.
You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapons system.
Ten cuidado también.
Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick. Or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back.
Thank you.
Stare all you want, Colombina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you.
Tiene un buen corazón, aunque no lo parezca.
Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Diablos. Ah, que... Ah, oh, ahora. Oh.
Prepare to fire!
Ahora no están cerca. Pero el mandar a tanta cacería salvaje no haría más bien que empezar a perder más energía ready, ¿o no? Siento que lo que está haciendo es más distracciones.
That's it! Keep them pinned down! Don't let them get near!
¿Quién me da? ¿Quién me está dando, chihuahuas? Ah, ahí abajo.
Rotate out. Deploy all backup units. Get in there and hold the line.
Creo que no es suficiente, my friend. Se están ganando. ¡Nos están ganando! Híjole, se está poniendo feo la cosa. Oh, oh. Exacto, gravemente dañada.
Finally, the Ranger himself. Time to... Huh? Where'd he go? Uh-oh.
Ufa.
Polonia, get him!
You sure?
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here.
Se va a desaparecer.
Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Cursed moon.
Sí, nos está buscando nosotros. Qué bueno que estamos al lado de ella.
She cannot have gotten far.
Shoot, no es suficiente.